It's true. So what? Thank you. Bless you. Let's do this. Yeah. All right, just a couple reminders before we begin tonight. No flash photography or video. We do have microphones on either side of the room, so please raise your hand if you have a question and state your name and affiliation. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll take questions for student athletes.
Yeah, well, we beat a good team. I thought they had their team well prepared. All these teams that win championships, like they got really hot at the end of the year in a very close-knit conference, and they can score the ball. And they have all their kids can score, and they're very well coached. I thought we did a good job of defending the three, which that's what they do. And that was going to be a key to the game. I thought our guys played hard and well. And one thing about March is everybody believes they can win. And they were not going to go away. Our guys did some things in the second half with the defensive rebounding. Jason was just terrific on the defensive boards. 9 defensive rebounds. And then G was terrific. He gave us a huge lift at the 3 at the end of the half, but it seemed like whenever we needed a bucket, he got it. And his passing, it was good. We played well. We had to play well, or else we'd have gotten beat because they played well, and their coach can talk about it. But I was pleased with that first performance of ours.
All right, we'll take questions for the student athletes. Please direct your question to the student athlete you'd like to talk to.
Tom Welburn, WBFT in Sanford. This is for Grayson. Toward the end of the season, you've had great success coming off the bench. What do you bring to the team, and how does it work for you coming off the bench?
Well, coming off the bench doesn't really change the player that you are necessarily. It just, when you come in, my job is to give energy. And, most of the times when I'm coming in, it's, kind of right after that first media, and it's just to give the team that extra boost and
score points.
And score some points. But, just come in and bring energy. And, I'm coming in with fresh legs right off the bench, and so I'm just coming in to explode, really.
This is for Grayson. Joel Fitzpatrick with the Spartanburg Herald. The fan reaction when you touch the ball, does it motivate you at all? Do you hear it? What's your reaction when it goes on?
Well, it's something that I don't hear anymore. But we like playing in buildings where it's loud, and so we hear the noise, and when there's noise in the crowd, it gives everyone on the court energy, and so we use that energy and play with it.
Dick Cox with Cox Sports Broadcast, and also for Grayson. Do you feel like coming off the bench, did it actually give you a chance to kind of see some things that maybe the guys on the court don't see, that when you come in you can contribute a different way?
When I'm on the sidelines to start the game, I can definitely see how the game's going. What's open, what the defense is doing, what we need to do on offense, and what's being successful for the other team. And so, when I come in, it's while I'm watching on the bench, it makes sure that I'm into the game, and so that I don't feel like I'm just, slowly getting into it, and so I know what's going on, and I can go in and make some reads and maybe tell some of the guys what I see.
In the back.
Jeff Jones, CBS North Carolina. This one's for Jason. Coach mentioned your 9 defensive boards, but you also had 4 steals and 4 blocks. Can you just talk about your effort tonight on that end of the court?
Yeah, we all played, great on the defensive end. Not early, but, towards the second half, we were just talking more. That's what Coach emphasized first half, that, guys weren't talking on the defensive end. And, we really paid attention to that in second half. Guys were talking, and, I was just fortunate enough to come up with some loose balls.
After this game for both of you, is there room for improvement as a team going into Sunday?
Grayson, why don't you start with that one?
I think there's always room for improvement for us. That's why with a short turnaround, you don't have much time to watch what you just did, but you need to learn from it. And that's the goal here now that you're in the tournament, is learn from winning and keep improving, because we know in the next round, whoever it is that we're going to play, they're going to be a really good team. And, we need to show up a better team than we were tonight.
You have anything to add?
Yeah, just to piggyback off what he said, we can just learn from what we did today, and it's a short turnaround, and it gets tougher each and every round. So we're going to play a great team Sunday, and looking forward to it.
Brad Sink of Anderson Independent Mail. Grayson, Jason came out and made that first three to kind of start the game, and then you guys were able to hit a lot of threes tonight. How key was that shot for you guys?
It was big. I thought it started our offense off and, really started the game off for us. And, for us to see the first shot go in, it kind of loosens it up for everyone else. And then I thought we did a really good job of moving the ball around and, we did a good job of kicking it and moving the ball fast, and so when the ball moves out of rhythm like that, the shots tend to go in.
Eric Sullivan from the Buzz. Both guys, talk about Frank Jackson and what he really has brought to the table the last couple of weeks, and what was Javin's shot? What was going on at the end of the game there?
Well, I think Frank's done a great job, and he just keeps improving, keeps getting better. He's like a running back at the point guard position. He just goes, and he's so strong that, when he drives the ball, he can finish. And he's playing great defensively, and he just plays so hard, and it really just, I think it just goes throughout the other guys on the team. It just lifts everyone up. And I know Javin wanted to dunk that one at the end, but he'll take those two.
Have anything additional for the student athletes? All right, thank you. You guys can go back.
Yo, take your time. We're going to leave at halftime. Okay. Good job, guys.
Thank you, guys. Good job. Thank you. All right, questions for Coach?
Patrick Obley, the Fayetteville Observer. I know defensive numbers are often a function of what's going on with the offense, and especially an explosive offense like Duke's. Can you speak to the evolution of Duke's defense during the course of the year?
Yeah, I think we're a good defensive team. I don't think we're a great defensive team. I think we're a better offensive team than defensive team, and I think sometimes when you have guys who can score a lot, they're only going to be so good defensively, because at the end of the day, they believe they can outscore you. Not that they're thinking about that while it's going on, but it just works out that way. But we're a good defensive team, and we're switching up a little bit in the ACC tournament. And this game, we did a little bit of zone and what we call 32, a 2-2-1 press, and I thought that helped us. It stopped their driving and kind of stood them up for a little bit. And we're just because they had good momentum. They had good momentum. They cut it to single digits, and they had really good momentum, and we kind of came back, and then I thought that helped us.
Mike, Al Featherston, Access Sports. You've coached a lot of first-round NCAA games over the years.
33, yeah.
Yeah, some of them have been tight and difficult. Some have been fairly easy. Can you read anything into these games? And
I think they're more good teams, and there's not the so-called great teams and the poor teams or whatever. I don't know if there are any great teams. There are teams that may be the best this year, but the difference between them and a team from the Sun Belt that wins, in Troy is not. It's not as big a difference, and especially when you're playing the championship team, because that means they've come off something really good, but they're champions. And that's how these kids play tonight. I was really impressed with Troy and how they prepared for us. I thought they did a really good job against. I thought we played well. It's a 20-point game, but it was a hard 20-point game because they played so well.
Ryan Clary, Fox Sports Spartanburg. You've done 33 of these, as you said. I imagine some teams have more energy going into the tournament than others, and coming off 4 straight games last week, Coach, the energy level of your team tonight, are you happy with it?
Yeah, I thought we had good energy. I thought we started great. We've done some things in the week in between to get our guys rested, and they prepared well. They warmed up well. If you guys wouldn't, do stuff to the court where we have to wait, I don't know who did that. One of you probably, dropped the camera or did something. And we had even better momentum until that happened. No, I'm just screwing around. But no, we were ready. our guys were ready and they're fresh, and they just played well against us. I mean, we have to play well to win tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
Nicole Auerbach, USA Today. Mike, are you going to watch this game as a fan, or are
No,
you,
no.
Are you going to be pulling for Wojo?
I'm just going to watch. I can't think of it being Steve. He's like my son, and so I hope they do great. And then, we got to play whoever, and so I'll watch from. I don't like to go out on the court and watch, and I'll watch from behind the first half, and then we're going to leave it at halftime, and then watch the rest of the game and prepare. And whoever it is, I think both teams, they're different. One is a great defensive team in South Carolina, and they're coached by a good friend, and then Steve's team is an outstanding offensive team. They're the leading team in the country, 3-point shooting. So I'm just proud that he's brought his team there. Just like I'm proud of Chris for what he's done at Northwestern, and I wish we weren't in the same pod, in the same bracket, but we are.
We'll take these final two questions.
Sash Tyher with Carolina Blitz. Coach, Harry Giles was a huge reason for your ACC
Yeah.
tournament run. He didn't get a lot of minutes today. Was there anything behind that?
Yeah, he didn't play well. Did you watch the game? Yeah, I mean, he fouled right away, and he has played well. And I thought the fouls affected him. He was young tonight, where when he got those 2 fouls, and then when he had a chance to come in, he couldn't get rid of those 2 fouls. And that's part of the experience he hasn't been able to get. But we have confidence in him. He'll play Sunday. And Antonio Vrankovic came in and gave us a few minutes that were really, really important. But we have confidence in Harry. He's still a young guy.
Mike, Luke T. Cockrell, News and Observer. Obviously, the Jason in the right block post area has become a increasingly big part of your offense. Are there more wrinkles you can do with him now that he's got that one down? Can you start to add more things like that?
Well, I wish you would have had that one down a little bit better, where we scored on it. But we have other things in there. And then one of the main things is that he can't get down when he misses. Tonight he had that one finish where he should have just tried to dunk it instead of, and because he can hit free throws. The kid is really a good player, and he's getting better and better. And we'll use him as many ways as we can. The thing tonight to show that 9 defensive boards, 12 boards, 4 blocks, 4 steals. That block he had right at the end of the half was sensational. And he had a dunk attempt in the first half where I thought he got hit. Otherwise, that would have been like the spectacular play of the game, besides Javins. All right. All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll follow the same structure, and we'll start with an opening statement from Coach and then questions for the student athletes.
Well, I thought we fought today, and that's the one thing we want to make sure we did is play without fear, and these guys didn't. They played with no fear. We didn't start the game off very well, getting down 16-4, and we thought we'd have the jitters, and we did, and we played like that. But we fought back. We cut it to 8. Second half, cut it to 9, and you know they were good today. Duke was really good, and they did a terrific job defensively. But we fought, and just so proud of how our guys, you know, just their mentality all week and showing no fear whatsoever. And that's when you go into a game like this, that's the first thing you want is just the mentality to be right. And they were ready to play.
Questions for the student athletes.
Wesley, Ryan McCullough with the Troy Messenger. We talked the other day in a feature story about, you know, what it would take for you guys to come up here and, you know, and shock the world and do that. You guys played tough, like Coach said. What was it that, you know, you guys didn't come out, you know, firing, you know, dropping threes like you guys normally do? You put them up, just wouldn't go down. You know, what was it tonight that things just wouldn't go for you?
I guess it was just one of those nights. Shots just weren't falling for us, but you know, we did some other, you know, things on offense good tonight, like driving the ball. But I feel like we could have cut down some turnovers early and you know, kept it close. You know, it would have been a, you know, maybe it would have altered the outcome a little bit.
Michael Shipman from the Tripolitan. For both players, starting out, y'all looked like y'all might have had the jitters coming out, and then y'all settled down midway through the first half. Talk about the mentality that y'all had coming into this game, and then how y'all got settled and how that mentality manifested itself throughout the game.
Jordan, why don't you start with that one?
Like you said, we had jitters coming out at first, but we could settle down and calm down and just try to run the offense and try to cut down on our turnovers. At first, we had a lot of turnovers in the first half, so we just had to calm down and just try to play basketball.
But I knew coming in there there'd be, you know, some nerves, you know, first round of the tournament playing Duke. But I guess as the game went on and we, you know, calmed down a little bit, we cut back into their lead and got it back down to about 8 and late in the first half, and we just couldn't ever, you know, go on that one more big run, you know, to cut it a little bit closer.
Also for both players, and talking about the first half, I'm Cecil Hurt from the Tuscaloosa News. Seemed like every time in the first half you'd fight your way back. They'd hit a 3. I think they were 10 for 17 from 3. Any frustration as that was going on? Did you say, man, these guys, what do we have to do to stop them?
At first it was because we kept giving them offensive rebounds and second chance points, and that's how they was just hitting their threes and transition buckets. We wasn't getting back to our mans, and they were hitting wide open trays. But we just had to realize that it's a game of runs, and we just had to keep fighting, keep pushing on, and stuff like that.
You know what? We knew coming in that you know, they're a good shooting team, and our turnovers and breakdowns and transition, you know, led to some open looks. And once they got it going, they just kept it going throughout the game.
Both of you guys scored in double digits today. How do you hope you can use this game and propel you guys to really just like another successful season next year?
Well, it was a good learning opportunity, having the chance to come here and play in the tournament. And, you know, we have a lot coming back. You know, we're losing 3 seniors, but we're a pretty deep team, and we got some guys ready to step into those roles. And this is just a good opportunity for us to play on the big stage.
Like Wesley said, we have a lot of guys coming back, but before this game, it was a good feeling. We got to use this motivation and this fire that we had before this game, and just try to come back hard and work during the off season, and just try to push on.
Ryan from the Messenger again, guys. Outside of tonight's the ending, the outcome of tonight, how much fun has basketball been for you guys the last month and a half?
Oh, it's been a fun year. Whenever you have the opportunity to finally start winning some games, it just makes it a whole lot better and a whole lot more to enjoy.
Like Wesley said, it's been a fun year, a great year. when the conference tournament started, and we know that we had to stay focused, but also we enjoyed the ride that we had during the conference tournament and the regular season, and especially when we got here, it's been a great journey this year.
All right, this one's for you, Wes. You and Alex both had some pretty awesome dunks in that game. Got the crowd going, the Troy fans going. Talk about the support that y'all had way out here in South Carolina.
Our support today was unbelievable. A lot of Troy fans made the trip here to South Carolina to support us, and they've been with us, throughout the whole year, and they just kept believing in us. And I'm just glad to see so many Troy fans here in Greenville.
Wes, this one could be for you, I guess. You guys got within single digits a couple times throughout the entire game, but what kind of stopped you from even going further than that?
They played well offensively and defensively as well. Whenever we would try to go on those runs, a turnover or something would lead to some easy opportunities for them in transition, and it's just hard to fight back whenever you turn the ball over.
Is there anything additional for the student athletes? Thank you. You guys can go back.
Good job, man. Excellent.
Thanks. You guys did a good job. All right, we'll get started with questions for Coach.
Coach, 365 days ago, if you can remember back, what was going through your mind now, and what's going through your mind now, or what was going through your mind then, and what's going through your mind now, and where your program is?
Well, we had a tough ending to the year last year, but what we did is we signed 3 guys in the spring that we knew could help push this team over the edge. We had 8 of our top 9 guys coming back, and we signed those 3 guys. So they're probably outside our office and outside our locker room. There's probably more hope than faith, and I understand why. But we signed those 3 guys, and once they got here, particularly Devon Walker and what he added in terms of leadership, that we kind of had a void of that until we got him. We felt like we had the ingredients, to make a run like this. And we probably thought it was a year away, probably a year ahead of schedule. But just to get to where we are today, from where we are last year, it's not only is it amazing, for the team, but it shows the craziness of coaching right now too, how things can change.
Coach, the nation definitely recognized Troy today, just being out there and also all year with the football team and everything. Talk about what's next for the entire athletic program.
Well, our athletic department right now, is just enjoying unprecedented success. I mean, the run that we're on, as you mentioned, in football and men's and women's basketball, it's unheard of for a school like this, and I just think it just builds momentum. And we were probably at a stage where we needed a year like this. We had the North End Zone project that needed to get that push. Football took care of that. Men's and women's basketball, we've been to a point where we need to try to get people regularly coming to Trojan Arena more. So we needed something like this. You can do all the marketing and promotions you want. There's nothing affects it like winning and having success. So we've got to push, like these guys were talking about, push on to that next level. But this run and what's going on right now in the athletic department is really, we're in a really good spot.
Coach, obviously a little bit slow coming out the gate for y'all, and it seemed like they couldn't miss from three-point range at all throughout the game, especially in that first half. Talk about how you kept the squad together.
Well, we were concerned about 2 things from a strategic standpoint. Their shooting, their ability to shoot the ball. If you look at their numbers, they've shot almost 40% as a team, and to play in the ACC against the kind of defense they play against, and that's phenomenal to shoot as a team. So we knew they were capable of doing what they did today. The other thing we were concerned about was their length defensively, and it's ironic that I think both of those concerns came out to be true, because we really struggled to make shots against their length. We're 5 for 23 on threes. Then you turn around and they're 13 for 28. The third concern we had was they've been here, we haven't been there. How are our nerves going to be? And sure enough, we get down 16-4. So we just kept talking about chip away, and get back in this thing, and we did. to our guys' credit, because that's one of those games when you're down 16-4, it can go the other way in a hurry against a talented team like that. But we didn't allow it to happen. Our guys kept fighting, and even in the second half, I got it down to 9. But we never got it to the point where we made the pressure mount on them. A bucket here or there, and it kind of would have flipped the other way, and they would have had all the pressure on them as the higher seed.
Coach, real quick, there at the end of the ball game, you made it a point to empty your bench so everybody could get the experience, but especially Witt in draining that free throw. Just kind of talk about him and what he's as a walk-on guy with you.
Well, when Witt joined the team, Ryan, we didn't know a whole lot about him. Just knew he was a pretty good player. He's a pretty good walk-on. And what he's added to the team, he's got an infectious personality. You see our fans love him, but our players love him too. And he's done a good job. And we had to make sure we got everybody in the game there, because this is an incredible experience. And it worked out good, because as a coach, you're worried about let's make sure we get everybody in and not get beat 30 at the same time. And we kept fighting, and that allowed it to get all those guys in and keep the score where it was.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.